What's up, everybody? It's Blover Productions here, and today we're going to be kicking off race number 9 of the YouTube Cup Series in Season 3 here at Talladega Superspeedway. So with that out the way, let's talk about these points. In first place, you're going to have Jaden Williams, and it's going to be followed by Crasina Animations, Connor Hudson, and John Casterline. You're going to have Jebman and Uferguide, and Uferguide won our last race, which was at Bristol, or a broadcast race, and you have Adam Ethor, Rocky Gordon, Damon Will, Hungry Bones, Drew Darnell, Chase Smith, Zeke Sensenite, Daniel Draws, Cody Gomez, Abel Bush, Frost Derb, Jeremiah Cash, Football Animation, King Science, Random Aspen, Michael Hong, Jonas Walter, PM, Damien, Blue Ball, Puerto Rico, Mike Jones, Justin, Joey, Max Sensen, Geo Balls Animations, and somebody else who I didn't get to read. Zeke Sensenite won at Martinsville. As I've explained in the last couple of videos on the lower series and truck series, I did not post the race, but each one I included a picture of the driver who won said race winning the race. So with that being said, let's talk about our lineup today. Philiball Animation is going to be on pole position, number 61 for Balls Animation Motorsports. Then you've got the 10 of Zeke Sensenite driving his Humana scheme. And, another thing, the Martinsville race wasn't points paying, which also means that none of the drivers who won that race are going to be getting an extra scheme, which would be Potato Chip, Crasina Animations, and Zeke Sensenite in respective order of the race winners. Blue Ball is driving one of his new schemes as well. JB, I think it's JB Infrastructure or something like that. JB Hunt Infrastructure, I believe. Oh, Justin Joey's pulling off. He's got a problem. Swipe down in front of Jebman there. Looks like he's not going to be able to be competitive in this race. He didn't do so well in the lower two series, being that he wrecked out in both, but I guess that's going to fulfill today as well. Jebman's trying to get back up in the field. I think somebody might have turned him during pacing. He's trying to get back up on the track, but nobody's giving him any room. Try to get there between Blue Ball and the 56. Balls Animation Motorsports has been sent a warning that if they do not confirm that they want to stay in the YouTube Cup Series, then their cars will be getting sold to a different team and probably allow more drivers with more talent and people who actually care about the NACRS division to join the sport. I guess I shouldn't say talent because Balls Animation Motorsports has proven that they're a good team. Blue Ball has 5 wins in the Cup Series and made it to the championship last season. Philiball made it to the championship in Season 1, and they've also got a lot of wins under their belt. So I guess I can't say that exactly. But anyways, with that being said, the pace car is going to pull in. Jebman's got a problem. He had to pull into pit road, and so did Justin Joey. So with that being said, Philiball Animation is going to lead us to the line, unfortunately. And the green flag's out in the air. Let's go for the YouTube Cup Series at Talladega. And did I mention we have a special guest here today? It's going to be Lee Diffie. Say hi, Lee. Appreciate it, IJ. I've been very excited to come here to commentate this race with you. I hope that we've got a great and exciting race ahead of us. I know some of the drivers. I've done my research, so hopefully we can not have any slip-ups, shall we? I agree with you 100% there, Lee. All right, so we got Frosted Derp leading this field right now. We got Philiball close behind. He's going to make a move down to the bottom. Looks like his teammate Puerto Rico is on the inside there. They're 3 wide close behind him. Damon Wool is there as well. In the middle, with the 91, big push coming on the bottom from Max Sensen, who won our Netflix lower series race. These cars are going quite fast. I watched the lowest series and truck series video. These guys definitely were not flying at these kinds of speeds. This is actually quite insane, and they're already going 4-5 wide here. Coming into turn 1, we got to make sure nobody's going to make any too bad moves here, or else it might turn tragic. Right you are, Lee Diffie. Speaking of which, I think the 23's engine just blew. King Science has got a problem. There he is on the apron. However, we're still green, so let's see what everybody's got in store for us. Frosted Derp's in the lead right now with Puerto Rico close behind. Cody Gomez moves down. Here comes Damon Wool as well. Oh, contact! Multiple cars off the track. It looks like Uferguide made contact with, I think, Max Sensen and somebody else. Got pinned in between them. I'm not sure if the caution's out. The camera hasn't showed us what's happened. I think Drew Darnell was the other car involved in it. Looks like they saved it, but the caution still could be out. I don't know. Contact with the 10 and the 15. Zeke Sensenite's going. They're going to save it. And the caution's not out. What a save. The yellow flag is not being displayed. That is some crazy stuff right there. That is indeed crazy stuff. Frosted Depp is going to continue to lead this race, as we've just saw 2 great sides there from the 10-15 and a couple other cars, the 90 and 56 as well. There's our leaderboard, and there's smoke on the back straightaway. probably from the wreck that we just saw coming into turn 3 and 4. Luckily, no caution's been called. A little bit of contact there from the 49 and 29, those two NASCAR motorsports cars. Daniel Jaws is in the middle with pretty much little to no help, and he's being followed by John Castelline as well. A couple cars are losing momentum here, thanks to the field being split up just a little bit. Everybody's trying to find some more speed and momentum, but they really can't because of how tight they're racing. I saw the 27 try to get behind the 8, but there's really just no room to work for anybody here. Honestly, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to pass until the closing stages of this race unless somebody makes some more moves. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. And gone is Jonas Walter and John Castelline. They've gone around and they come back up the track and save it. But two more cars are gone. It's Mike Jones. And so too is Blue Ball.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Will they save it? No.
He's got
Mike Jones hard into the wall. He collects multiple cars. The big one at Talladega.
The 15
Cody
to 77.
Gomez, Hudson, Randall Mazepan. A huge wreck here in turns 3 and 4. The caution's going to come out big time. I cannot believe that. Oh my gosh, upside down as well. Let's go to the replay, shall we?
We were supposed to say that together.
We were supposed to say that together. My bad. Bruh. Yeah, that is my bad. That is on me. But with that being said, how about we go to the replay? Alright, I'm going to let Lee break this one down. Appreciate it, AJ. So it looks like there was contact made between Blue Ball and Mike Jones. They went way off the track. Blue Ball rejoined safely, as you saw. Mike Jones was not as lucky. He could have came back up on the track, but the field had too much momentum. Got turned by Daniel Jaws up into the track, up into Philibal Animations, Damon Wall, Chase Smith, and that was just the main wreck. Everybody else wrecks because they're trying to get out of the way, and it looks like Hungry Bones was the first one to fall victim to that. He swiped way down the track into Connor Hudson. That is dangerous of him to be doing. He did not have the gap. He could have very well hit somebody directly in the driver's side. The 15 and 43 went around in front of the field. And I see a couple cars up there on the outside wall behind him as well. That is also another safety hazard we've got. There's Hungry Bones sideways. Adam E3 got hard on the brakes, and it looks like Mike Jones tapped the 33 there. Great breakdown. I think you explained it perfectly. You can see everybody look at Hungry Bones. He just went straight down the track, and that was at a pretty fast pace. Oh my gosh. I think that's how the 16 got upside down and got plowed into by the 48. Definitely. Here it is from another angle. That was a huge lick. Yeah, that's true. It looks like Daniel got turned by the 43. Jonas Walter and Random Mazepan went down the track, collected the 15. Rocky Gordon goes up and collects Abel Bush and Ufragide, who recently just got his first career win in the Cup Series after 3 whole seasons. That's how long it took? Yep, that's how long it took him. Here comes a couple more cars as well trying to get out the way. And here comes PM Dame, slams right into Daniel Jaws and Chase Smith, who got propped up on the 61 hood and flipped over. But we'll see you on the restart. Welcome back to Talladega, everybody. I'm Blowover Productions with Lay Diffie, and we're going to go ahead and drop things back off here at Talladega with the drop of the green flag. The pace car is going to pull back in. Jeb Man and Rocky Gordon are a lap down. Frosted Derp is going to lead us back to the green flag with the 10 and the 12 in tow, which is going to be Puerto Rico and Zeke Sensenike. Leaderboards back up. You can see we got almost 30 laps to go here. So that being said, the green flag's back on the air. Let's go at Talladega. Diamond's fallen behind a considerable amount, if I'm being honest with you. And the 85 being a lap down is not going to help the 12 and the 52, seeing as they've got no access to the inside line. However, Blue Ball does, and that's what he wants right now, being that they are affiliate teams. But I do remember earlier, I think you said that they will are getting some sort of restriction order. My God. And he takes multiple cars with him, wrecking on the back straightaway. 56 into the wall. Jeremiah Cash, Brandon Mazepan, multiple cars around. That's going to bring the caution back out. The pace car is out. Multiple cars involved in this wreck, the 956, 43, and more. So with that being said, let's go to the replay. All right, I'll take my hand at breaking this one down this time. Looks like Rocky Gordon was just driving. Jeremiah turned him up the track into the 33 and 99 and caused multiple cars to bounce off each other. It looks like the 33 went down the track. Judah Neal went down the track with Max Sense, and a couple other cars went around as well. The 14 gets involved in this thing. Random Mazepan tries to avoid the wreck, ends up tapping the right rear fender of Ufragide. There it is again. Yeah, it looks like a couple cars bounced off each other. Jeremiah sent the 56 and 90 off the track, came back up and turned the 33 as well. Rocky Gordon somehow was the only one that saved it, despite being the first car in this wreck. And that's a very interesting way for the 29 to be spun. Usually in like real life, you'd see a blowover here, but luckily these cars aren't as prone to doing it. Like, look at that. That would have been a perfect spot to be flipping over from the 29. Luckily, he did not go over. I know you guys still have flips. You just don't do blowovers. Luckily. Right you are about that, Lee Diffie. But with that being said, we'll see you on the restart. Welcome back to Talladega, everybody. The green flag's back out there. We're coming 3 wide to the line. It looks like blue ball is going to lead us to the green flag with Zeke Sensenite close behind. And the camera still has not switched for some reason. There it goes. Is your guys' camera broken or something? No, it's not. It's just a little janky for some reason sometimes. Probably because we have Fox Sports broadcasters. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Puerto Rico is getting moved down to the bottom here. He's 3 wide with 2 of his teammates, Blue Ball and Crash Scene Animations. This could be the last time that they ride due to that earlier mentioned restriction order that you said you're doing. Can you please break that down one more time? Because I don't quite understand it. Well, I did say that if they don't confirm that they want to continue racing the series, then I'll just go ahead and do everybody a favor and sell their cars, which will give more open charters and open positions here in the Cup Series for drivers who have the talent and probably want to be up here. I think that's a very good strategy, AJ. I do think that if they don't take this stuff seriously, they don't need to be here. But honestly, I don't know, because this is my first ever time being here watching a race, commentating it, more or less. So I'm not sure about really anything. The only thing I really researched was the drivers' names and a couple other things that I talked about before to try to seem smart. But I hope things go your way, and I hope the series is prosperous in its own right. Oh, Adam Efield's pulling off the track. Yeah, I do appreciate that, Lee. I do think hopefully we can find better drivers to race here, because Balls Animation Sports isn't even that bad of a team, in my honest opinion. They're pretty good, but I just wish that they would recognize that they're good and actually take advantage of that.
Oh,
2 cars off the track. It's Jebman and I think that was Zeke Sensenite. I'm not sure how they got off the track, but they did, and they rejoined better than it was before with, I think, Mike Jones and Blue Ball. Luckily, they managed to get back on the track with less problems. Yeah, that was definitely a better entry than we saw earlier that caused that big wreck with the 92. And he's not actually here anymore because obviously he probably had to retire. Adam Ether's pulling back up on the track. Let's make sure he doesn't let Pages him. He didn't. And we're going to continue to keep it green as the 52. Wow, this is kind of crazy, actually, because we're looking at the Season 1 Netflix Lower Series champion, looking at the pushing the Season 2 YouTube Cup Series champion right now. Max Sensen might honestly take that title. Now he's moved down to the bottom with the 75 and 10. He's still getting a good push with him, honestly. They're trying to move him up out the way. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, though. Max Sensen is one of the most aggressive and hot-tempered drivers. He's like the Kyle Busch of the Knackers division. Oh, is that right? Well, yeah, I guess you could say in a way. Plus the 75 trying to make things 5 wide right now, which is actually kind of crazy. Luckily, he didn't manage to get enough momentum, so it's going to stay 4 wide. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful shot right there. Reminds me of the real life Cup Series. That is amazing. I love that. That looks awesome. And it looks like they're going 5 wide right now. And it looks like they might actually be doing that. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh, never mind. They're crashing. Multiple cars sideways into the wall. It's going to be 75, 90, and 27. Jeb Man's in it. Oh, big crash with the 8. Jonas Walter. Jonas Walter is in this thing. Big wreck here. I'm not sure what just happened, but I think Max Sensen got turned up into the wall. Yeah, you're right about that. So, I guess we got to go to the replay. Alright, I'm going to call dibs on doing this one. And it looks like Max Sensen was indeed 5 wide with a couple other cars, as I mentioned. And it looks like he got turned down the track by Frosted Depp and Blue Ball, who sent him down the track and turned the 75 up into the 27 and 10. And Blue Ball also got collected, as well as I think that is a 33 of Geo Balls with them. Very scary accident. Not the worst one we've seen today. Everybody slides back up the track once again, but then here comes Jonas Walter hard into the back of the 90. A very, very bad wreck. You don't usually see things like this in the Cup Series. I mean, they crash a lot because they're the most aggressive series, but honestly, I don't think I've seen driving like that before. The 5 wide, that's definitely a first. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that either. I don't think I've ever seen even like in the Cup Series in real life go 5 wide. That was a huge hit that the 90 just took. You might have a concussion from that, honestly. Pretty bad wreck. But we'll see you on the restart. Welcome back to Talladega, everybody. This time, Puerto Rico is going to lead us back to the green flag with almost, I think, 13 laps to go, I want to say. No, it's more like 16, I think. Yeah, 16 to go. You think they're going to crash again before we get to the checkered flag here, AJ? Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, like I said, the Cup Series crashes a lot because they're very aggressive for absolutely no reason. We're probably going to see at least 1 or 2 more wrecks here, to be honest. A lot more than we saw in the Truck and Netflix lower series. Because those guys aren't as aggressive, but considering the fact that they're using worse equipment, they can't afford to be. Except for like those bigger teams. Like you see, some of the teams that are in the Cup Series and also the lower series have operations in the Truck Series, which is why you'll usually see them making more aggressive moves there like they did at this race when they were here. I only saw people like Christina and let me see, Renan Mazepan, Justin Joey making big moves there, and those are 3 drivers who race for some of the best teams in the NACRS division. Yeah, I just wish I could have researched a little bit more, perhaps, so I could know a little bit more about this sport, because it actually seems like a very, very fun thing to be watching. And I know NASCAR season has recently started with the Busch Clash, and that was won by the 9 of Chase Elliott. And you've got your own little Chase Elliott in these series here. What's his name? Chase Smith. Yeah, him. I don't know how your series is going to be affected by the NASCAR season starting, because I know people are probably going to be more focused on those races, being with all the changes that are coming. And I know you said in a different race that you've also made changes to your sport, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I think this is just as fun as NASCAR to watch. You've got the same amount of action, the same amount of aggression. The crashes are just as good, if not even more wild. And we've also got a great commentator here. Oh, Lee. Yeah, nothing there said too wrong and too off. Because, honestly, I have to go commentate for the real-life NASCAR. I'm doing some preparations here. And I do think this was good warm-up, because this is definitely some of the most action-packed stuff I've ever seen in my commentating career, because this is definitely some pretty cool stuff. NASCAR, I gotta say, is pretty cool as well. And maybe one day they'll come race here, or you'll go race there. Thank you, Lee. I definitely appreciate the tangent, but you gotta stop, because people are gonna start telling me that I'm talking to myself and glazing myself. Oh yeah, of course. But anyways, Puerto Rico is literally leading this race right now, followed by his teammate Blue Ball on the 7 with, I think you said an alternates game, correct? Well, he's also being followed by Frosted Depp, who is, I think you said, the Season 1 champion? Season 2. Right. The Season 2 champion is chasing down Puerto Rico here in the number 12. Has Puerto Rico won a race here before? Actually, no, he hasn't, but he did flip here, I think, twice last season, which is actually kind of insane. And fun fact, in season 1 of the Netflix lower series, he was called Flippo Rico because he was so notorious for flipping over in the Cup Series in season 1. And that kind of gave him that name, but obviously it had to be changed to Puerto Rico because the names have to be consistent through all 3 series. Well, that's kind of a good little nod, good fun there for the 12. He might win the race here, actually. And I do think that if Blue Ball really is his teammate, and they really are racing to keep their rides, I think they will take this seriously and try to get at least one more win for their team before operations close down. Yeah, Stewart Haas Racing also did something similar. They were closing down last year, and they honestly didn't do that bad of a job, especially at Darlington, with Chase Briscoe winning them one last Southern 500. And Well, I think that's pretty cool for them. And we might see the same thing here for Balls Animation Motorsports, only instead of the 8 and the 14, we're dealing with the 7 and the 12, except they're also teammates. And might I say, Blue Ball's scheme looks very similar to Kyle Busch's scheme in that race as well. Right you are about that. And it looks like we got a little bit of a Harrison Button on our hands as well. Frosted Dup is also just trying to hang back. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably just waiting for the right time to strike and pounce here. We've got 10 laps to go this time by, and this might be the deal breaker for the race. You could definitely be right about that, Lee. It's going to, like I said earlier, it's going to be these closing stages of the race that's going to determine who is going to take home the trophy and the checkered flag today. Could it be Balls Animation Motorsports? They've got 2 cars up here fighting for the lead, being competitive. ABM has 1 car up here fighting for the lead and being competitive right now. Everybody else is kind of hanging behind him, Adam Ethiel for some reason as well. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win this race, honestly. I hope it comes close like it did in the lower 2 series, because those are honestly some pretty insane finishes. It wasn't nothing photo finishy like the Daytona races, but it was definitely a sight to see with all the aggressive racing and passing that we saw. Right you are about that, Lee. I'm also hoping that we get something close to a photo finish, or at least a good battle to end off this week's race for the Knackers division. If we did that, it'd mean the world to me, honestly. Nothing short of one of the most exciting races to be broadcasted, with the 12 leading, the 52 close behind, bump drafting past the 7. If they can lock that down, they can most likely get away from the 7 and pull away and get a win here. The question that forms is, who will make the pass to win the race? In my honest opinion, I think it's going to be the Goodyear blimp. What? I think the Goodyear blimp is going to win the race, because that thing is just been circling around the finish line so fast with its size and speed. I think it has a pretty good chance of winning this race. Oh, yeah, me too. Definitely. With your reasoning now, I definitely understand it. That blimp has been competitive all day. It's been practically hovering over the start-finish line, almost the whole track, if you will. It's just so fast. It only looks like a blur to the camera, really. It's honestly one of the fastest things ever on the track, possibly. See, it's already gone. Speed of light. Speaking of the speed of light, you look at this gap that the 7, 12, and 52 are getting on the rest of the field right now. Just a few laps ago, we saw they were less than maybe like a 1 to 2 seconds ahead of them. Now they're at least 5 or 6, maybe even more. It looks like the gap between Blue Ball right now and Zeke Sensenike, who's in that little back lane, and there's smoke on the front stretch. I don't know what that's about. Don't know if the caution's out. Is about 5 seconds. The yellow flag is indeed waving. Somebody's wrecked. Oh, isn't there no overtime? Yeah, there is. I mean, there isn't. So we'll have to see what caused this wreck and see if we get a restart. Looks like we forgot to turn the 27 up into the wall hard. He spun down the track and most likely saved it here. Now, we know that we don't have any overtimes within 5 laps to go. But luckily there was 6 laps to go, so that means we're going to see a 1-lap shootout. So we'll see you on the restart. What's up, everybody? It's Lay Diffie and Blowover Productions. And we're seeing ourselves a 1-lap shootout here with, I think Puerto Rico and Frosted Up, and as well as the rest of the field, not that they've caught back up. It'll all come down to this. 2 laps to go so far. Consider this your overtime, because you ain't going to get much better than this. It's going to get real tight here coming to the line. We've only got a couple cars on the lead lap. Adam Ethiel's blocking Blue Ball right now, or Blue Ball's just trying to draft with him. He seems to be competitive enough to stay with him. It's going to be a tandem drafting battle. Frosted Dirt moves down to the bottom. Blue Ball still with the 99. Here they come to the line. White flag out in the air for the final time. And it looks like Frosted Dirt is not going to be able to see it. Puerto Rico's up top, and Frosted Dirt's on the bottom. Adam Ethrill is going to follow him here on the inside line. Blue Ball moves back down with him again. Can Blue Ball get the run? Will Puerto Rico make the move? Here he comes up high, past the 99. Here he comes. He's going to try to get to the side of the 52. I don't know if he's going to be able to get there. Blue Ball's on the bottom. It's all going to come down to this final corner. Whoever's going to have the best speed is going to be the one to challenge Frosted Derp for the lead right now. Looks like it's going to be Puerto Rico. Coming to the line off turn 4 for the final time. It's going to be Frosted Derp versus Puerto Rico YT. Balls Animations Motorsports versus ABM. Here they come to the line. Frosted Derp holds them all. Puerto Rico steps out. It's going to be Frosted Derp winning at Talladega. Just barely. Man, what a finish that was. That's definitely got to be one of the most exciting things I've ever seen in a while. The 12 tried to step out. He just could not get there in time. It was very poor timing there. Unfortunately, that did not do him any good favors. Well, in the end, it looks like it all came down to ABM versus BAM, and ABM came out with the win. And that's not going to help Balls Animation Motorsports with their case at all to try to get more time to spend in the series without losing their rides, honestly, because I don't think that's going to help them at all, because the more races, they had a really good chance at maybe proving some people wrong here that they do deserve to stay. But with a move like that from Puerto Rico YT, I'm sure the comment section's not going to be too merciful on them. Puerto Rico just did not time that at all. By the way, Lee Diffie already left the commentating booth, so it's just me. He said his goodbyes. I don't know if we'll bring him back. Maybe, because he's going to be busy commentating real-life NASCAR. But definitely still an exciting race, like he said. We saw a lot of big crashes, good moves, except for Puerto Rico there at the end, unfortunately. For him, he's not going to get Balls Animation Motorsports another win. But maybe we'll see it at Dover or another time before they get canceled. So with that being said, this has been Blowover Productions, and there goes Frosted Derp into the infield grass. He's going to spin and slip and slide through the turf. Well, that's grass, but anyways, he saves it. He drives it through the grass, and we'll see you in the next one at Dover. Peace. Oh, I think the 52 just got stuck. All right, well, no victory lane for him, I guess. See ya.